The John Eagle family of dealerships is proud to sponsor School Zone Dallas, a showcase of DISD's successful commitment to prepare all students to graduate with the knowledge and skills to become productive and responsible citizens.
Hi, I'm Alvaro, a senior at Booker T. Washington High School for the Performing and Visual Arts.
And I'm Marshaye, a senior at the School for Business and Management at the Emalie Townview Magnet Center. Welcome to a brand new edition of School Zone Dallas, right here on KERA. The show that takes you inside the Dallas Independent School District to find out more about what makes our district great.
And without a doubt, there's a lot for us to talk about. For instance, just this month, 2 Dallas ISD schools were recognized as Blue Ribbon schools by the U.S. Department of Education. A big congratulations and job well done goes out to Amelia Earhart Elementary and Henry W. Longfellow Career Exploration Academy for achieving such an honor. In fact, less than 300 schools in the country received this prestigious award this year. So far in Dallas ISD, 11 of our schools have been declared Blue Ribbon Award winners.
And there will surely be many more to come. Join us for the next 30 minutes as we suit up for some football, take in the grace of ballroom dancing, and let loose the dogs. Right here on School Zone Dallas.
Welcome to Alex W. Spence Middle Learning Center and Talented and Gifted Academy, where the school's motto is learning for all, whatever it takes.
Students here experience a very unique learning environment, or as Principal Ms. Mary Davies describes it, a super school.
As part learning center, the school has longer days, extra resources, and extended programs with an emphasis on the fine arts.
As a talented and gifted magnet, students are offered accelerated courses and experience in college preparatory work.
It's the best of both worlds, and students here make the most of it. But hey, let's get started with our first story, an inside look at ballroom dance right here in Dallas ISD.
A couple months ago, several schools took part in a district-wide competition. Here's Gracie with the story.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Martin Luther King Jr. Learning Center in sunny South Dallas, where students are learning to dance to a whole new beat. And not the kind of beat you might imagine. That's right, they're dancing to ballroom, the tango, the foxtrot, and it's all designed to bring home the gold. Recently, groups of lucky 5th graders from 6 Dallas ISD schools got a chance to move and groove to the rhythms of ballroom, thanks to the Dancing Classrooms program.
In January of 2006, my wife and I were watching a documentary called Mad Hot Ballroom, which was about a dancing program in New York City developed by Mr. Pierre Dulaine back in 1994. At the very same time, TCYC's Board of Directors had approved a strategic plan. One of the focuses in there was social development for elementary school kids. I guess the rest is history. We simply started moving forward with getting all the moving parts going and getting people trained and piloting the program in several elementary schools.
The Dancing Classrooms program for the Dallas ISD is called Dancing Classrooms. It's a 10-week program, and we meet the students twice a week for 45 minutes and teach them 10 ballroom dances and some line dances in that very short period of time. They get a lot of exercise, and I was always astounded at how tired they would get, and they would sweat. I mean, they really worked. So it was great exercise for these kids, tremendous conditioning.
I like the tango because we get to do the move, the corte. I love how it goes.
What makes this program really unique and successful is that it isn't an elective. It isn't an after-school program. It is in their curriculum. So we go into their class and everybody gets exposed to this curriculum.
Gentlemen turns.
Well, after the first lesson, you can already see some, something in their eyes. They're starting to think about what's being presented to them.
6 couples were selected from each of the 6 Dallas ISD schools. The 6 schools then competed in the merengue, foxtrot, tango, rumba, and swing. The 3 top teams then went on to meet schools from Hearst, Euless Bedford, and Fort Worth at the 2nd annual Colors of the Rainbow Team Match Competition.
Of course, Martin Luther King took a gold medal at the semifinals, and then they went on and continued to practice, continued to try to improve. They did their best. The result would be good, and certainly it was.
I feel very excited and good that we won.
What's that around your neck?
A gold medal.
My parents came, and I want to give thanks to my dance teacher, Miss Ann. I want to give a shout out to all my classmates and everyone.
I thought 10 weeks was a short amount of time to teach the children all of the dances that they need to learn, but the kids were very dedicated. They wanted to dance. They came to school dancing. They went home and they danced, and so this is the outcome of that.
It was very moving for me because I know how much some of these students went through to transform themselves into the people they needed to be to win that competition. They really did it, and it was beautiful to me.
This is another example of how dedication and teamwork can bring home the gold. We'd like to thank the parents, schools, and of course the students for making the Dancing Classrooms program a huge success. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Gracie.
You're watching School Zone Dallas, the television show that highlights the best of the Dallas Independent School District, where this past year, we're proud to say, 14 schools were named exemplary and 36 recognized by the Texas Education Agency. Wow, that's 50 schools.
Dallas ISD is on the road to Broad, a goal set forth by the superintendent and board of trustees to win the prestigious Broad Prize, an annual recognition of the best urban school district in the country by the year 2010. Dallas Achieves, a joint coalition of district staff and the community, has been created to achieve this honor. New efforts and realignment are underway throughout the district, and the full impact of Dallas Achieves is just starting to begin.
And earlier this month, the district announced the generous contributions of 3 Dallas foundations: Texas Instruments, the Harold Simmons Foundation, and the W.W. Caruth Jr. Foundation of the Communities Foundation of Texas, each investing $1 million apiece in the Dallas Achieves initiative.
These are exciting times, but for our next story, let's switch gears and get very serious. Recently, students at Bryan Adams High School took part in the program Shattered Dreams, an eye-opening experience that brings the horrific realities of drunk driving to students firsthand.
The program is presented at schools throughout the area, but its message is one that needs to be shared with as many as possible. Please keep in mind that everything you see in this story is a dramatization. Here's Kirby with more.
Recently, the student body here at Bryan Adams High School participated in a powerful and life-changing event. It's called Shattered Dreams, and the goal of this one-of-a-kind program is to raise student awareness of the deadly consequences of drinking and driving. The day started off like any other school day. Then, juniors and seniors were told to go to the auditorium to watch a video. The video shows some of their classmates saying goodbye to their parents and going to a party, where almost everyone was drinking alcohol. When one of the intoxicated students decides to drive some of his friends home, the unthinkable happens.
Follow with your eyes. Don't move your head.
Shattered Dreams is actually a mock car crash where we stage a car crash. First responders, police officers respond. The morgue comes out, they pick up the deceased. This is all totally mock, and it's witnessed live by the student body.
After the accident, students went back to class, but every 15 minutes for the rest of the day, class after class was visited by the Grim Reaper, who removed students and one very surprised teacher, who became what they called the living dead.
When we went into each room, the first thing that was done was a name was called by the Grim Reaper.
I was stunned. And later I thought, oh my gosh, that's exactly how death comes. There's no warning.
And then we chose students to read the obituaries for these kids that their parents had written.
Awaiting her homecoming, her older brothers Nathaniel, Uncle Phil, cousins, and great-grandparents. Services will be held Saturday.
The living dead were representative of the fact that one person dies every 15 minutes in this country as a result of drunk driving accidents.
The living dead, they were painted to look dead with makeup. Then they were given a tombstone that they wrote their names on, and they were asked to go out to the front of the building and plant their tombstone.
That night, the students spent the evening listening to speakers provided by Mothers Against Drunk Driving, who told heartbreaking stories of personal loss and death because of alcohol-related accidents.
I have a 20-year-old inmate in south of San Antonio serving 2 10-year sentences because he killed my son.
Right about then is when I started crying. I did cry a lot.
The retreat was moving because of all the stories we heard of how drunk driving has affected so many people, how it's taken away from people.
We got to see pictures and just hear their life stories, and just hear, you can still hear their pain even though they speak to kids every day. You can hear their pain. It was really sad.
The next morning at the school, a memorial service was held for the departed students. Parents, teachers, and friends came together for speeches, flowers, music, and tears. Everything that happens at a real funeral.
The memorial service was hard on everybody.
I cried all the way through it. It was so, so moving.
I think the memorial service really, that was where so many kids in our student body, attitudes changed about drunk driving for the better.
After the service concluded, the students had a very emotional reunion with their parents.
This whole experience was a major impact because it made me realize that I do have choices that I can make that directly affect others.
Some things I used to do, I don't. Some things that I was contemplating doing, I definitely don't.
I couldn't put my sister through it. I know I couldn't, so I tell her every day that I love her. I tell my mom every day, my dad.
More than 17,600 people died last year in the United States as a result of drunk driving. As our students learn, the dangers are all too real. Please, make sure you and your children are aware of the dangers and don't end up here. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Kirby.
Thanks, Kirby. That's a message all of us in the community really need to hear.
I agree. Hey, take a look at the distinct architecture right here at Alex W. Spence Middle School. Built in 1939, the school was designed by renowned architect Mark Lemon. The same man Lemon Avenue just up the street is named in honor of.
Now that's just one of the many things that goes into making this school such a special place. Another is the incredible dance elective being offered here to students. Under the direction of Miss Lisa Moya King and Alyssa De La Rosa, at 250 students strong, the program teaches both traditional dance like the flamenco, as well as a new hybrid that combines modern dance with the traditional. In addition, this month, auditions were held for the school's musical, West Side Story. Practices are already underway, and when it's performed this spring, more than 100 students will be involved on stage. That looks awesome.
Alvaro, get set for our next story. Man's best friend making a difference in Dallas ISD.
Let's now meet a couple of dogs who go to work every day in our schools and do some amazing things. Here's Karen to tell us all about it.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at Casavia Elementary, where a little guy named Snow is truly a woman's best friend.
I've been teaching since 1992. I've had Snow for 9 years now.
Snow plays a very vital role with Ms. Van Horn as a dog who is for a hearing impaired teacher.
Look, Snow. Oh, there we go. He will tell me if the fire alarm goes off. He tells me if my kids become too loud. He tells me if my kids are running to my classroom. He will tell me if the kids are misbehaving.
I like Snow because he's always around me and he always checks my lunchbox.
The dog interacts in a very positive way with our kids. The dog is a very highly trained dog who is very sensitive to sound and to noise.
It's really different because I've never had a dog in my classrooms throughout the whole period I've been in school.
Without Snow, I would have a hard time. He's also a good companion. If I go out shopping or to a restaurant, he'll let me know before somebody can walk up on me. So he adds to my security because I know that he's going to make sure I'm safe. Come on, let's go to class.
The dog has become a part of our family at Casaview, just a positive influence just like the kids and the teachers.
I-O-N. Across town, there is another superstar dog who is an actual member of the FP Calais Elementary School faculty. Her name is Lady Bird, and she invited us in to watch her work.
We found Lady Bird through a therapy group and Pet Finder, and she was actually a rescue dog that met the criteria to be a service dog. And so she went through training, and I personally adopted her.
She's a very good dog. She's just a nice, normal dog, just she works in a school.
Every morning, Lady Bird and I go to the front doors and greet the students that are coming in for breakfast. And it's a wonderful start on the day. But we're here for any students that are in crisis and want to talk with us. Then we also go to classrooms and do classroom guidance. And sometimes I'll have a teacher who will want us to come and sit with a student individually, have the student read to her.
Set on here her eggs.
It's been proven that that's a wonderful way for children to increase their fluency and comprehension is by reading to the dog, because the dog isn't going to be critical if they pronounce things correctly, if they stumble. She just sits there and listens.
She's a real nice dog, and it's fun to have her around in school.
We have students that maybe as a reward come and brush her or walk her, and that's also another calming thing for students that are very active. She's a faculty member. She actually has a badge that we consider faculty. She's in our school faculty photo. We do consider her part of our team here.
These dogs prove that not only are they our best friend, but dogs are a valuable tool in teaching and counseling students and aiding people with disabilities. And they're really cute. For School Zone Dallas, I'm Karen.
Dallas ISD has the top 2 high schools in the country, according to Newsweek magazine. Hi, I'm Fredricka, and I'm here at Yvonne A. Ewell Townview Magnet Center. The School for the Talented and Gifted and the School of Science and Engineering are number 1 and 2 in the country. This is the 2nd year in a row that TAG has received this honor. Science and Engineering moved up from 8th to 2nd on the list this year. Graduates from both schools are attending some of the nation's elite colleges and universities, including MIT, Stanford, Rice, Carnegie Mellon, and Vassar. School Zone Dallas congratulates the School for the Talented and Gifted and the School of Science and Engineering, 2 of Dallas ISD's finest.
Check it out! Right now we're in a science room at Alex W. Spence Middle School, where students obviously keep very busy.
Every fall, Spence participates in the Winston Science Fair, a citywide competition.
Projects range from forensics to bridge building to prehistoric studies. Just last year, the school took home the blue ribbon for its successful rocket design.
And this year, they're planning on more awards to come. We wish everybody participating the best of luck.
We'd also like to take this moment to congratulate Mr. Leslie Williams of Skyline High School, Dallas ISD's original magnet school, for being named this year's Principal of the Year.
Earlier this year, the district also honored its 2007 Teacher of the Year. Here's Trenton to fill us in.
Thanks, guys. You're in for a treat because you're about to meet some of the best teachers in Dallas. Each year, teachers from schools across the district are nominated for the honor of being named Dallas ISD's Teacher of the Year. Here's a glimpse of what goes on inside their extraordinary classrooms. First, we'll meet Osley Cook Jr., the band director for Oliver Wendell Holmes Humanities Communications Academy. Holmes is located in sunny South Dallas and houses grades 6 through 8.
My approach is simply to just give the kids what they want, and then I give them what they need. I try to grab their attention, grab their heart, and then you can really feed them all the information you want to.
Jazz has roots in blues.
That's what we do. We really take on a holistic approach as far as teaching the children. The children are just going through so much. We have to step in and fill the gap as teachers.
Out of all my classes, this will be my favorite one. I usually can't wait till I get to this class.
Music is fun. And I'll tell you, I can't think of anything more rewarding than getting paid for something that you enjoy.
Now we're going to look in on Miss Ruth Kaiser, the physical education teacher at Obadiah Knight Elementary School. Knight is just west of Dallas Love Field and has students from pre-kindergarten through 5th grade.
The bowling unit is something that I really believe in, and bowling is one of those lifetime sports that I felt that I could integrate into my elementary curriculum. And they learn a little bit every time they go. My 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders are learning how to score. It's good for the self-esteem of the 6th graders, and those 1st graders love having those big kids come and help them. I hope that I have instilled in all of these people the importance of health, nutrition, and fitness.
Then we have David Lewis with the Magnet Center for Public Service, Government Law and Law Enforcement at Yvonne A. Ewell Townview Center. Townview Center houses 6 magnet schools with students from grades 9 through 12.
What does the city council do? This person who's running for the council, what are they going to do if elected?
My philosophy about teaching kids is that you can't teach anything until you develop a personal relationship, trust, that sort of thing. And the only way to do that is to spend time with kids.
He doesn't just teach us by books or papers. He gets one-on-one with you. He wants to know actually who you are and what you like.
Over the last 4 years, Mr. Lewis has taught me to always believe in what I think is right. And then wherever I have an interest in, just go for it.
For everything that we do at the school to be centered around what's best for the kids.
And finally, the Dallas ISD Teacher of the Year for 2007 is Candace Wicks, a kindergarten teacher from Erasmo Seguin Community Learning Center.
Big stone into the... What keeps me motivated to teach is love of children, love of learning, lots of prayer, meditation, and encouragement by family and friends, and the love of my students.
I like Miss Wicks because she's my best teacher in the world.
I think I have one of the best staffs in Dallas, and I'm not just saying that, but I have a wonderful principal, Mrs. Thompson, very supportive staff members. The parents are very hardworking, and they work with us to make sure that the kids have everything they need. I'm very humbled and very blessed.
Congratulations to Ms. Wicks and to all the great teachers in Dallas ISD. For Schools on Dallas, I'm Trenton. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Trenton. And again, congratulations to Miss Wicks for achieving such a high honor.
Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of School Zone Dallas. We hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks to everyone here at Alex W. Spence Middle School for their gracious hospitality.
And a special thanks goes out to Dallas ISD grad, Mr. John Eagle, and the John Eagle family of dealerships. Through their sponsorship, tonight's show has been made possible. Thank you so much, Mr. Eagle.
And thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with a special look at a one-of-a-kind rap routine that teaches students the ins and outs of the Dewey Decimal System.
Until next time, we'll see you in February on KERA, right here
in the Zone.
You know, if you don't know the Dewey Decimal System, finding a book in the library can be a pretty hard thing to do. But luckily for the students at Clinton Pre-Watcher Elementary School, learning the do just got a little easier.
Good afternoon, Ms. Braxton.
Okay, we're going to work on our Dewey wheels. One day we were working on the Dewey Decimal System, and I noticed the students weren't retaining the knowledge. Somebody was always coming asking me, well, where do I find this? Where do I find that? And I said, well, they're not retaining it. So I figured that if I made a rap to it, because I know a lot of young people today, they love rap, then they would retain it.
The wheel, it helps teachers, students, and readers know how to find books by going on the shelf or singing the rap.
At Watto, students are learning the Dewey Decimal System in a whole new way. And if anyone ever told you that a rap song isn't educational, they need to come to Watto.
In the 0-100s, books are made of zinc. In the 100s, tells you how to think. 200 religion, theology, and myths. Tells you everything to keep you know what the...
I taught the rap to all of my classes. Most of my students pretty much know the rap at this time, so they're all able to do the rap. But we had the dancers are the ones who volunteered, and I took everyone who volunteered and I showed them the steps.
In the 700, music and sports, printing and drawing and things of that sort. In the 800, lift up poetry jokes, movie, history, or in the 900, stage Dewey, now we see.
The Dewey Decimal System helps me because it could help me find things easier and quicker in the library.
Knowing the Dewey Decimal System gives students a working knowledge of the library. They can get a call number from the computer, from the library catalog, and then they can go to the shelves and find what they need fast and efficiently and very independently. The Dewey Decimal System was invented by Melville Dewey, who is known as the father of librarianship. And what he actually did was catalog knowledge.
The Dewey Decimal System, it lets me show off my moves.
Knowing the Dewey Decimal System will benefit them all the way through their education, even when they have children of their own. And bringing them to the library, they can really show their children how to find things.
Remember the name Melville Dewey and the Dewey Dancers. You never know, that could be the next big thing to hit the music scene. For Sure Don't Dallas, I'm Emalie.